Now we are performing the brake test on 3-phase induction motor. So first we are going to see the aim. So aim of this experiment is to obtain the performance characteristics of a 3-phase squirrel cage induction motor by conducting brake test. So brake test is also known as load test or direct test. So coming over to the nameplate details, power rating required for this motor is 3.7 kilowatt. Voltage rating is, this is AC supply experiment. So 3-phase supply. So we need 415 volts supply, and current rating is 7.5 amperes. Speed rating is 1430 rpm. So but we can kept rated speed as 1430 rpm. So these are the operators required for performing experiment. We need a voltmeter. So voltmeter range is 500 volts and the type is MI. MI means moving iron. MC means moving coil. Quantity is 1. We need a ammeter. So to measure 7.5 amperes, we required 10 amperes ammeter and its type is moving iron. Quantity is 1. So we required a wattmeter, and wattmeter is in the type of UPF. UPF means unity power factor. So range is 600 volts, 10 amperes. So quantity is 1, and we required a tachometer. Tachometer is this one. Tachometer is used for measuring the speed of the brake drum or rotor. So this is the circuit of the 3-phase squirrel cage induction motor. So this is the AC supply, 3-phase AC supply. So that's why there will be 3 terminals. 3 terminals means RYB. RYB stands for just color indication, that is red, yellow, blue. So RYB terminals are given to TPST switch. TPST means triple pole single through. That means at a time 3 terminals will close or 3 terminals will open. Next connection was given to fuses, each fuse of 10 amperes range. So this is a 3-phase variac, and this 3-phase variac range is 15 amperes 400 volts. So this is the input of the variac and this is the output of the variac. So output of the variac R is from R. We have to take 2 wires and we have to connect it for voltmeter plus as well as ammeter plus. So first we will complete R terminal 1. So R minus, that is range. Range is 10 amperes. 10 is connected to M of wattmeter. So from M to V should be shorted. V means 600. 600 has to be shorted here. M and 600 has to be started. So from L we have to take down 1 wire here and we have to keep here. So this has to be connected in the form of delta. Delta means A1 and C2 should be connected at 1 point. A2 and B1 should be connected at 1 point. B2 and C1 should be connected at 1 point. So wattmeter, first wattmeter L is connected to either A1 or C2. For any one you can connect it. Either you can connect for A1 or you can connect for C2. Now coming to Y terminal. Y terminal is connected to voltmeter minus, that is 500. 500 is connected to common here. So for these 2 wattmeters, C is a common. So we have to connect it here. After this we have to connect from here to either B2 or C1. Now coming over to B terminal. B is connected to M as well as V. M and V should be shorted. V means 600 volts. So common terminal already completed. L is connected to either B1 or A2. So this is the connection of the 3-phase squirrel cage induction motor. This is the brake drum where S1 and S2 are variable. So we can vary with the help of rings over there. Now we will see the connections. Coming to the connections. So this is the TPST switch. So TPST means triple pole single through. At the same time we can close or we can open. So these are the 3 fuses: R phase fuse, Y phase fuse and B phase fuse. So from R we had taken 1 wire and connected 3-point start R terminal to 3-phase variac input. These are the input terminals and these are the output terminals. Y to variac input, B to variac input. These are the output terminals. From R, so look at here, this is R. R to voltmeter common, and for voltmeter common we had taken 1 more wire and we had connected for ammeter. So ammeter 10 is connected to wattmeter M as well as voltmeter. Voltage is 600. M and V should be shorted. So L is connected to either C2 or A1. So one phase connections is completed. Now coming to second phase, Y is connected to voltmeter 600. Next 600 to common. So common to either B2 or C1. Now coming to third phase, B1 to M and V should be shorted. This is 1 wattmeter and this is 1 wattmeter. For both the wattmeters, this is C is a common. From L to either A2 or we can connect it for A2 or B1. For anyone you can connect. This is the connections. So this is UPF type of wattmeter. So after connecting the connections, you have to keep the meters in this position, otherwise you will get errors. So now we are going to perform our experiment. So first we have to check the brake drum. We should not put any loads. So before starting the machine, we have to check no load should be there. So that's why we have to loosen the rings. So now I am starting the machine, starting the motor with the help of this. Now closing the TPST switch. Now I had got the power. You can check here. You will get lights over here. That is, input was supplied to 3-phase variac. Output was there. That is, with the help of this indication we can know. Now I am varying this 3-phase variac. I have to vary this 3-phase variac till voltage reaches 415 volts. Why? Because 415 volts is the rated voltage. So by looking over this voltmeter, I have to vary my voltage till 415. So it was reached 400. I have to move little bit. So this is now the voltage was reached to 415 volts after setting rated voltage. Now I have to measure the speed of the machine. So this is a tachometer. So with the help of this tachometer, we are going to measure the speed. So that is 1498 RPM I had got. Now I have not put any loads. So that's why S10 and S20. Here I have to note on voltage is 450 volts. So in this tabular column, I need to note down voltage is 415 volts and current I had got is 4.6 amperes. So this is the wattmeter reading we had obtained, that is 220 watts. So we have to note down in the tabular column. So this is our tabular column. So in this tabular column already they had values. So voltage in the first column, current in the second column. This is the currents they had got, and these are the power values they had obtained from the wattmeter. This is the speed values for different loads S1, S2. Initially they are 0 and 0. So these are the things we have to get. Now no load test we had performed. Now we are doing the load test. Load test means we have to put some load. By tightening these rings, load will be put up on the motor. So look at what the springs there. Springs will vary as long as we tighten the rods. So spring balance rates is going to be vary. So look at here. The load is now S1 is 6 kg, S2 is 1.5 kg. So after putting this load, we have to note down power is around 320